Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Golden Lap. We're in 4. We are on 4. The penultimate race of Season 3. We're at Francis Hollow. The last race of the calendar of, the possible races that we could possibly race. Like, this is the last track that we have not been on. And we're not going to mess around. We're going to go straight into it. It looks like it's slightly wet. It looks like it's right on the edge. It's right on the edge. Does that mean sending them out on the wet tire is the bad idea? No, they're going out on the wets as well. Okay. Okay. But if it's going to get drier, of course, so we will actually be setting our fastest laps at the end of this session, most likely. Now, don't forget, we've got ARTIE von HEIM back in the car instead of Tristan Lupe, who, of course, got us our first ever podium. Ever. In the last race. And kind of showed what this car can do if we put a really strong driver in there. (37-1). Out we go. So it looks like we're going to get maybe 6 or 7 laps in. Unless there are crashes or whatnot, of course. But I do think with obviously the current time... Sorry, what is that? Is that not track temperature? And grip and stuff like that? That is, isn't it? I'm fairly certain. I should know that by now. But you've got surface water or, rain, surface water, and then track temperature and therefore grip as well. It looks like we're going to be putting in our best times at the end of the session. So we've got to try and time it so that we are putting in our lap right as the session ends. The idea, at least. Now, we've got Pratama and von HEIM 5th and 6th together, but Woods is absolutely ahead of the pack by an absolute country mile right now. Okay, after those first couple of laps, it does look like we will be able to get the golden tune. We've got to try and do our best to get the golden tune. Because with these slightly weaker drivers that we have here today, mainly ARTIE von HEIM, we're not really going to be competing at the same level as we were. So we need the car to be set up as strong as possible to give us the best possible chance. Von HEIM has actually put in a really good lap there, but even then, we are 3 seconds off of the fastest Ezzolini's and Lebrun's. So, yeah, work to be done. Absolutely. Good stuff. Okay. Send them out. And send them out. Okay, cool. Cool. Times 2 speed. And the sponsor challenge is to don't use the same tire compound on more than one driver. Okay. That's very interesting. Wow, we have lost quite a few positions here. But we're putting in green sectors, which is good. Yep, very good. And 8th and 9th. More or less where we were before the addition of a one Tristan Lupe. Okay, 56, and 5. So we've really got to get that handling boost done as soon as we can. Let's go. Oh, that was good. Oh, my word. There we go, 78. Send them out. Send them out. Okay, good. We are wasting very little time between laps here, which is exactly what we're after. We're trying to get that golden tune. And at the moment, they do have a bit of clear track. And the green sectors are coming out. And it's 8th and it's 9th. And it's actually Von Heim who is the faster of the two, which is a bit of a surprise. Look at that tiny, really short pit lane. Okay, perfect. That was perfect. 80 and a 75. Golden tunes on those guys. Not quite over here. There we go. Brilliant. And yes, I think we will get the golden tune on Pratama. Probably even with a lap to spare. This has been perhaps the best quali, the best tuning session that we've ever had. But it's not your flying lap, is it? So what you're worried about? Green sectors are still there for us. I think it's going to be a white from Pratama. It was indeed a white sector. It's 8th and 10th. Pratama, you got to try and... I don't know, look, you can blame my release, but if someone releases in front of you when it comes to your flying lap anyway, what do you want me to do? Okay, we've got to try and get this right for Pratama. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Pratama indeed has the golden tune, which is very nice. But can you go out there and can you show me what you've got, please? That's what I would like. Currently sitting in 14th. I mean, come on now. Even with Tristan Lupe, Pratama was not down in 14th. That was far lower. That is far lower than he's been all season. Pratama goes 6th. That's what I'm talking about. That's where I am expecting him to be. Now, of course, like I said, we're going to be setting our laps. Oh, brilliant. There we go. As close to the end as we possibly can. So I'm going to wait until this maybe says 3 minutes. Because we're not going to get another lap, and I want to try and take advantage of the grip, the tyres, as we get there. So it's one... Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, trying to time it as best I can. I don't know if I've made the most of it. I hope I have. I think we will be... Yes, I think we will be the last cars to set a flying lap. Oh, maybe not. 8th and 9th. Looks like those cars are on flying laps. Yes, they are. It's only 3 of them. And Levi Mack comes in, actually. Didn't set the time. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we did quite well there to get our times at the end there. But even then, it wasn't enough to get us above Bauer. But we take 8th and 9th, Von Heim and Pratama. Von Heim actually faster by what is that? 100. Wow. Don't use the same compound on more than one driver. Okay. So ARTIE Von Heim, you've earned the right to drive ahead. You're going to go on the mediums. No, you're going to go on the soft. Pratama is going to go on the hard tyre throughout the race. We're going to watch Von Heim at the start here. Let's go, Von Heim. Gain positions if you can. Wow! Vitali flying up the pack. Look at that, into 8th. Go on, Von Heim, you can get him. We're running 9 and 10 right now. Not bad at all. Nope, 9 and 11 now. 9 and 12. Wow, Pratama on the hard tyre. losing position. And we shall calm them down now. Okay. Open that up. Open that up. And get... There we go. That's perfect. I mean, look, if you do that, we conserve. It does bring the crash chance down, but the idea being we want Pratama to try and one-stop this. So if there's yellow flags, that will actually really help. Von HEIM, however, will have to be on the soft and the medium tyre in order to get the sponsor challenge bonus of only $2, but it is one race. And if we do it in one race, then yeah, that's great. Okay, I'm going to go to ×2 speed, guys, as we are fully in the race now. We are running 9th with Von HEIM, 11th with Pratama, who is struggling. They're both in the zone, however. Let's go. Let's push them then. Let's go. There's positions up for grabs. There's 10th. And there's 8th. In fact, Pratama is still in the zone, so let's see if 9th is also up for grabs. Go on, you can get past him. Go on. There we go. There's the overtake just before. And what corner is that? Yorkshire U. 8th and 9th we are running in where we should be, really. Where we qualified and where we should be. A double points finish if we can just keep it calm, go to the end. If any car in front has an issue, then, you know, that's positions that we might be able to make up. Okay, Von HEIM is probably going to follow Levi Mac's strategy. Let's stop burning for a minute. And we're going to, whenever Levi Mac goes in, Von HEIM is going to follow. Pratama is in the zone. Let's burn it. And now stop it because he's actually running behind Von HEIM. We're watching Levi Mac, the number 4 car right now. Hasn't gone in. Going to hover over Levi Mac again. Hasn't gone in. I think this has to be it. This has to be the pit stop. Still hasn't gone in. Okay, Von HEIM is going to pit stop onto the hard tyre. I am now going to swap the drivers over. Let Pratama get through. And run off into the distance. Oh, a failure at the pit stop. No. That's not great. That's not great. Oh, a yellow flag. Okay. Pratama, in you come. In you come. Onto the hard tyre. Oh, what? Oh, sorry. Pratama's in 7th. I thought he was in 12th. I was like, because he's been in 12th the entire race, we aren't going to lose as much time. That is fine. Because they're all slowed down on the yellow flags. We're out in 9th. Yeah, that's no bother at all. And there is the option of leaving Pratama out to run to the end of the race here. I'm going to go ×4 just to get the yellow flag period done. And it is going to be done in just a second. Green flag. Here we go. Pratama is in a little bit of space. ARTIE Von HEIM in a bit of traffic, actually, in the middle of a 4-car chain. Potentially 5. Potentially 6. And is soon to be lapped as well. Whereas, well, oh, here we go. Let's go then, Von HEIM. Let's see some overtakes. Let's see that 10th place. You've actually lost position. Back to 11th. 10th place. There it is. Well done. Well done, Von HEIM. Lovely. Now, into the distance you go. Build up a bit of a gap if you wouldn't mind. He is trying. Okay. In the zone again. I'm going to turn that off, but he's still burning. The gap he has given us is 4 seconds. Not bad at all. In fact, very close to 9th here. Okay, we're going to stop burning. As he says he's not in the zone. That's fine. We've got Edwards there in 9th. Pratama running more or less his own race right now in 8th. And we are just about approaching the halfway mark of this race. Von Heim, you're not racing Moretti. Why would you just sit behind him and enjoy the slipstream? You're not trying to get past him. You're silly. You are silly, lad. Okay, it's very well done at the moment. Pratama has recovered very nicely. Von Heim, of course, with the slow pit stop, hasn't helped things out. Moretti also had a slow pit stop, and now he has lost. He was outright leading. He is not outright leading anymore. And we are now running 8 and 9, with Von Heim has a bit of a gap to Pellegrini and Fonseca. They're going to have to pit. They're both in the zone. Pratama really is in the zone. Okay, let's go. Let's see if you can cut any time. It's 4.3 at the moment. 4.1, 3.6, 3.5. To be fair to him, he is catching up. In fact, he has caught up to Bauer. Oh no, there was a pit stop. Was it Bauer we were looking at? I don't even know. I'm not even sure. Either way, Von Heim has now got to pit at some point. Mack has gone into the pits. This lap he will be pitting onto the mediums, and there is... We need to hope for a yellow flag in order to stretch Von Heim's tyres out towards the end of this race. Because at the moment they are going to struggle. Tama's in the zone. Let's burn. Let's go. He's in 7th. He's running really nicely on his own with a bit of a gap to Bauer behind. Bauer's going to have to pit stop. Pratama is also going to have to pit stop. Pit stop. Okay, let's calm him down then. That's fine. I think Pratama is going to get an outright 7th place here, which I would not have expected. But he has run a really, really good race so far. Just a really solid race. Von Heim, of course, unlucky with the pit stop. Nothing I can do about that. All I can do is hire a better engineer, I suppose, or engineer, pit crew, chief, whatever. Vitali has crashed. Antonio Vitali has crashed from 11th place. Again, it's on the pit straight. And that is now 12th position for ARTIE Von Heim. And the opportunity for our drivers to repair and, of course, take fresh tyres to the end of this race. Which, look, I said I was wanting a yellow flag for ARTIE Von Heim. I did want a yellow flag. I did not want a red flag. That is not what I was after. Okay. 16 laps to go. Let's speed through this red flag period. And Von Heim has now got a chance to correct that bad pit stop and get himself into the points. Upon his return, no less. Here we go. 13th and 8th is where we're at. 11th and 8th. Pratama has not had the start. Of course, why is he on the hard tyre? Well, that's just for the sponsorship reasons. But I think I've got to tell them both to race at this point. Oh, my word. Yeah, they can race. They can race at this point because the red flag has kind of equalized everything. Pratama is already in 12th. He's feeling it. He's on a good lap. Let's go. Let's see if there's positions to be made. They're both in the zone. Let's go. Just move up the field together. Tama's in the zone again, but the crash chance, the stress is going to be high. Okay, I'm calming them down. I'm calming them down. I can't have them just burning through. We are 12 and 13. There are points available. Von Heim's in the zone. Let's go then. Let's go. Von Heim up to 11. There we go. Up to 10. Goodness. And calm it down. Up to 9th. What a couple of laps that was. And from Pratama, who's just following in behind. Can they chase? Can they chase the Waylands? That is now the question. Can they chase the Waylands of Bauer and Watson up ahead? Von Heim's in the zone. Let's go. Let's see. It's 2.8, 2.4, 1.6. Yellow flag. Brian Watson has crashed. Okay, there's no point pit stop in here. That's absolutely fine. And oh, this is really going to make things interesting. We are just going to chase. Okay, I'm going to slow things down under the yellow flags. When the yellow flags are gone, ARTIE Von Heim is on the better tyre. So, I'm going to tell him to go. He's going to try and chase down Bauer. Pratama is also going to try and chase down Bauer. But we're only going to have a lap or so, aren't we? Wow. We're only going to have a lap or so. They're going to have to push. Okay, so I'm going to go times 4. And then as soon as it comes down to about 30 seconds, I'm going to go back to times 1. And then as soon as this breaks, we are chasing down the Wayland of Bauer. 4 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Times 2 speed on the last lap. Here we go. They can't focus. That's not ideal. It's 1 lap. Are they going to make it? They are not. Okay, well. That was a good effort. That was a good effort. 2 points for Pratama. Antonio Vitali. One of our drivers in previous seasons. Oh my goodness gracious. Another one. Forwards takes the win. Luigi Moretti comes home in second and Henny Holgersen in third. And we have equalised Wayland on that race because, of course, one of their drivers did not make it to the end. Income of 5, race bonus of 3 by finishing 8th or above, which is very nice. And a challenge bonus of $2, which we will take. And ARTIE Von Heim moves into 13th on the grid. Italy right above him. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Okay. All right, we've got $25 in the bank. Not bad at all. It doesn't actually look like we've got a sponsor challenge for this last race, which is, you know, that's fair enough. 5th place, it is ours. We've done really, really well this season. We've had a bit of an up and down season, a much better end to the season than start and kind of middle, let's say. But a pretty solid season, and I do think the next season, if we do up the driver quality a little bit, we could be competing in that top 5, top 6 a little bit more often. So, thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It was a good one. It was a good one. A double points finish again, which is really, really good. 8th and 9th. A little bit kind of more where we were at the start of the season, of course, with a 9th and 10th and 8th and 8th and whatnot. But that was a good race. Ultimately, that was a good race. Thank you for watching. I shall catch you next time.